Morning. Today I want to talk to you about our DynaGlo 18,000 BTU propane heater. So let's go. We purchased our DynaGlo 18,000 BTU propane heater in late 2022. We wanted an easy heating solution for our small cabin. Cupcake and I built this cabin in late 2022. It's a 256 square foot cabin. We live here full time whenever we're not traveling in our cargo trailer conversion. So in December of 2022, we did have a severe cold front come through, and I didn't have this installed yet. So the day that the front was coming through, I was able to get this installed, tested, and it was working within about 2 hours of the cold front actually hitting, and it made all the difference in the world. The heater is very easy to install. There's a clip that you screw into the wall, and then this will slide directly onto the clip. After you do that is whenever you would connect all the hoses and do your testing. You want to make sure you have the area clear of obstructions and to allow for adequate ventilation for the propane heater. So if you watch some of our videos, you know we live in an elevated cabin. We're 8 feet off of the ground. We're in a flood zone close to a creek. So we have ample space underneath, and that's where we mounted the propane tank. Now, the DynaGlo 18,000 BTU heater, the manufacturer recommends a 100-pound propane tank. We're using 20-pound propane tanks just because it's easier for me to change those out and get them swapped out. You'll probably save a little bit of money if you're going to use a 100-pound tank, but it works just fine with a 20-pound tank. With the 20-pound tank, whenever it was extremely cold, we usually went through a tank about every 2.5 to 3 days. And so we had several extra available to us. With cool temperatures in the winter, if it wasn't too bad, we'd probably go 2 to 3 weeks, just keeping the heater on long enough to get the cold out of the room. Now we have ours connected, and we have the hose going up through the floor to the propane heater. Like I said, when we installed it, and you have to check every once in a while, check the connections, make sure there's no leaks. Propane is heavier than air, so if there is a leak here, it's going to dissipate down here. It's not going to climb all the way up if there's a leak here. Make sure you're checking your connections regularly. Get some soapy water, check these connections here, and at the connection points where you're screwing it into the heater. So before using the propane heater, you want to make sure that you've checked all the connections, make sure there's no propane leaks, and whenever you're confident that you have done that, the next thing you'll do is turn the switch from the off position to the pilot light. Whenever you have the pilot light lined up with the arrow, you'll push that down and then hit the ignition switch here, which will light the flame here. On the heater, you do have a selection dial here with numbers 1 through 5 indicating the temperature settings. This is temperature controlled. So let's just say, as an example, if your cabin was 40 degrees, whenever you turned it on and you had it set to 1, that's probably going to get it up to almost 50 degrees. If you have it set to 2, probably 55, 56, 3, and on like that. It'll increase the temperature from what the existing temperature is in your cabin to your desired temperature. Now, whenever we had our massive cold front in December, we didn't go above 3, and we were able to keep the cabin very warm. We have a small thermostat in the cabin that tells us what the temperature is, and with this heater going and the extreme cold outside, it was 70 degrees in here. So as I said earlier, the propane heater is temperature controlled. Based on the setting that you have it set on, once the temperature in the room reaches the level that the thermostat and the heater recognizes it's achieved, the heater will then shut off with the pilot light staying on. Whenever the room drops in temperature and gets back to where the thermostat recognizes it needs to kick on, then the heater will kick back on. Whenever you reach a point where you want to turn off the heater, you simply turn the knob on the top clockwise until you get to the pilot light, and then click on off. Then the pilot light will kick off. We have been very happy with our DynaGlo purchase. We've gotten a lot of use out of the heater, and it's held up well for us. So I hope this video was helpful for you if you're considering a DynaGlo 18,000 BTU propane heater. If you like the video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe and follow us on our adventures, please do so. If you have any comments or suggestions for us, let us know and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. See you soon. Thanks for watching.